Let's move on to grep and egrep. Okay, so grep is used to look up regular expressions. Egrep is used to look up extended regular expressions. Okay, so we're going to kind of look at how both of those are used. So grep searches input files for lines containing a match to a given pattern list. When it finds a match in a line, it copies the line to the standard output by default or produces whatever other sort of output you have requested with options. Though grep expects to do the matching on text, it has no limits on input line length other than available memory, and it can match arbitrary characters within a line. If the final byte of an input file is not a new line, grep silently supplies one. Since new line is also a separator for the list of patterns, there is no way to match new line characters and text. The general synopsis of the grep line is, and we have grep, any options you want to put on it, the pattern you're searching for, and the file you're searching in. Okay, there can be 0 or more options, meaning you can have 0 options or no options, or you can have multiple options. And then patterns will only be seen as such if it wasn't already specified within options. So for example, we can use the -e pattern or -file options. And there can also be 0 or more input file names, meaning we can have no input file names listed, or we can have multiple, okay? So guys, all this is saying is that with grep we can have multiple options listed or none, and we can also have multiple files listed or none, okay? And up here, it's just saying that when we do grep, it's going to go ahead and create a new line for us, meaning that when it finds one line of something, it's going to go and spit it out on the next line for you on your screen, as opposed to listing everything on one line on the standard output, okay? So let's kind of look at that here real quick with grep. Grep's a very handy feature in Linux. Okay, so I went ahead and made up a file here. So I'm going to do ls. We see this test file here. Okay, I'm going to cat that file real quick. So make cat test, just so you can see what's in it. It just says, hello, my name is Kevin. Okay, I'll clear my screen. So let's say grep. We're not going to put any options just yet. We'll say look for Kevin. Actually, you need to put it in quotation marks. I'm going to say the file is test. Okay. Now notice it didn't find that, and why is that? Well, because I put quotation marks. Notice what happens when I get rid of them. Okay, so 2 things I want to point out here. One, notice it didn't find it the first time because I put in quotation marks Kevin. That isn't what's here. Second time, I put it lowercase and didn't find it because it's uppercase. Right now, when I spell it exactly as it is, it gives me Kevin. Okay, so you need to know that about grep. It's going to look for the pattern exactly as you supplied it. So if I do grep, quotation mark, capital K-E-V-I-N, test. Notice this time now it finds it, okay? So it's saying, or when we put these quotation marks, that looking at this as a string, saying, hey, you know, this is a string, don't interpret anything in here. So it found it because it's in capital, okay? Now I want to show you a useful flag with grep, or option, which is -i, which means case insensitive. So I'm going to type in Kevin this time, lowercase, the I option on there, and notice it finds it because the -i says case insensitive, meaning find all the words Kevin, whether it's uppercase, lowercase, it doesn't care. I just want to find this phrase in this file. Okay. I'm going to show you something else. Oops, let me just spell that right. Notice we also have these regular expressions down here. Okay. So if we do grep, exclamation point, test, notice that it supplied that whole line, even though it had other things on it, okay? So it's going to give you the whole line that it finds the phrase on, or the pattern. Okay. So let's go back to our PowerPoint here. Let's move to our next slide. So egrep is a pattern searching command which belongs to the family of grep functions. It works the same way as grep-E does. It treats the pattern as an extended regular expression and prints out the lines that match the pattern. If there are several files with the matching pattern, it also displays the file name for each line. So the syntax for that is egrep. the options, the pattern you're searching for in the file, just like grep. Take note that the egrep command used mainly due to the fact that it's faster than the grep command. The egrep command treats the meta characters as they are and does not require to be escaped, as is the case with grep. This allows reducing the overhead of replacing the characters while pattern matching, making egrep faster than grep or fgrep. Okay. So guys, this is saying that characters such as backslash or a splat or star sign, it's saying when we use egrep, okay, it's not interpreting these as actual commands on the command line, because we could actually throw grep patterns in to search certain things. So for example, let me show you here. I could do a grep star, okay, and say, hey, everything that starts with a K or ends with a K, and test. Okay, it's not going to find anything because nothing ends in a K. However, if I flip that, K starts with a K, test. Okay. Notice it gave me everything, okay? So if I do a grep, let me clear my screen real quick. Capital K star test. Okay. So the dash E is used for extended regular expressions, meaning that we use meta characters to not interpret those, okay? So that command is the same as egrep. Oops. K star test. Okay, see, they work exactly the same. So here's some more examples of it. So we notice we have grep here. We can throw the options on it, the pattern we want to use, and the files we're searching it on. We have a dash A, which prints number of lines trailing the context after matching lines. We have dash lowercase a, which processes a binary file as if it were text. We have dash capital B, which prints number of lines leading context before matching lines. So dash B prints the lines leading to it, and dash capital A prints the lines after it. Okay, and we have dash C, which prints the number of lines of output context. And also places a line containing matches. We have dash lowercase b, which prints the bytes offset within the input before each file of output. Okay, so I can demo that real quick. So I can do a grep dash capital A Kevin test. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so let me actually clear my screen here. Let me do this for you again so you can see exactly what we're doing. Dash capital A, I'm going to say 2, Kevin, on file test. Okay. So I said grep dash A. I said show me up to 2 lines after you find the phrase Kevin test. There's only 1 line total after Kevin, so it's only showing 1. Okay. But if there were 2 lines after Kevin, it would show it. So I can do the same thing with dash B, say, hey, show me 2 lines before you find Kevin, test. And notice it shows me the 2 lines before Kevin, right? So if I do cat test, there you go. See, it's showing me the line that is, that says is, and the line that says name, okay? So as you can see, grep is very handy, guys.